Hey there, sports fans. Ready to unlock incredible hotel deals? Get a free membership and save up to 50%. Stay grand. Spend less. The simplest site. The best unpublished hotel deals. peachbelttravel.com
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Convocation Center on the campus of the University of South Carolina at Aiken for today's Peach Belt Conference matchup between the visiting Georgia College Bobcats from Milledgeville and your USCA Aiken Pacers. Reeves Altman joined alongside Jordan Phillips. Jordan, first and foremost, Happy New Year, and excited to kick things off with you here in the Convocation Center.
Absolutely. Been too long since we've been on the call together, Reeves, and we're treated to a Peach Belt Conference doubleheader today between the Pacers and the Georgia College Bobcats. Both these two teams looking for their first win in conference play.
Bobcats win the tip. They take it down low. Number 4, that's Jada Warren, passes up to number 11, DePietro. Pass down low to number 4, Warren again. As she's fouled under the basket, will be going to the line for 2. Number 23 for the Pacers, Sammy Badanaro, picks up her first foul, which will send Warren to the free throw line to attempt 2.
Yeah, it was a dangerous entry pass there and almost got taken away by the Pacers, but a little too much physical defense down low sends the Bobcats to the line.
Warren misses her first. Second free throw on the way is good. Puts the first points on the board. Bobcats up 1-0, coming out in a full court defense here. Badanaro bringing it up the court for the Pacers now. Passing over to number 2, Parker. Parker with it at the top, passing back to Badanaro on the right side, finding a cutting Pacer down low. That was number 22, Simmons. Shot no good. Rebounded by Warren. Bobcats bringing it up the court now. An immediate drive off the dribble by number 2, Willis, and puts it in for 2.
Easy drive and finish there from Willis. Just a little bit of a lapse from the Pacers. Fell a little bit too far back. Didn't really push up and put the pressure on that one.
Parker passes up to Harmon, giving it to the top to number 4, Ryan Zauer. A fadeaway shot there from Simmons, no good. Pacers with the offensive rebound from Zauer, passing up to Parker. Her shot good, count it, and 1.
Pacers getting away with a little bit of a travel there from Zauer at the top of that play, but I don't think they're going to complain too much about that as they get a chance to tie the game here with a 3-point play.
Zauer also able to keep the possession alive there with the offensive rebounds that will send Parker to the line to attempt the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Parker shooting 67% from the free throw line on the season. Should look to increase that total.
Shot no good. Rebounded down low by Warren as she'll pass off to Willis, bringing it up the court for the Bobcats. Harmon on her defensively. Giving down low to Parker. Parker has it at the free throw line, passing back to number 3, Kale. Her shot on the way, no good. Rebounded by Harmon. Harmon will be called for the travel. It'll stay here. Bobcats going to take it on the baseline.
A little bit of a bummer there for the Pacers. You get the chance to get into off in transition there and just slightly too much movement on that rebound from Harmon.
Willis inbounds to Kale. Kale driving in on Parker. Passing over to Parker for the Bobcats. Shot on the way from number 12. Nuri no good. Is rebounded again by Nuri. Back up top to Willis. Willis gets a screen from Parker, passing over to the corner. And on the dribble move, Kale will be called for a travel. Pacer basketball.
It's an area where the Pacers have struggled a little bit this season is defensive rebounding. They do a good job of protecting the paint, but just not quite able to secure the rebounds often enough. They do, like I say, good work protecting the paint. Just need to secure those rebounds to create transition opportunities, get some easy offense here.
Parker with it, passes over to Harmon. Harmon thinking about a 3, takes a 3, no good. Rebound fought for and pulled by number 4, Warren, for the Bobcats. Passing over to Willis now. Willis with it, drives in on Badanaro, passes out to number 12. That is Nuri, and her shot is good. 5-2, Bobcats lead. Parker with it at the top for the Pacers, looking around, finds Badanaro in the corner. Badanaro trying to get the ball down low to Zauer. Zauer briefly loses the ball, shot no good, rebounded on the backside, blocked by Warren. Bobcats now bringing it up the court again. Willis slowing the tempo, looking around, drives in on Zauer, gets to the block, passes out to the corner. Nuri is there, passing up to Parker. Parker with it again, finds Kale. Kale stops, and her jump shot is good.
Nice little elbow jumper there from the Bobcats, and now their lead's climbed up to 5 here. Pacers been ice cold offensively so far in this first quarter.
Parker with it now, passing over to number 22, Simmons. Simmons finds Zauer down low. Zauer, post move, drives in. Offensive foul. Zauer going to be called for an elbow. Ball back to the Bobcats.
It's a tough break there for Zauer. It's been a little bit of it's another issue for her this season. She's gotten in some foul trouble early, so they're going to need her on the floor. Just got to limit the aggressiveness a little bit. It was a good drive, just a little bit too much contact on that turnaround.
Coming in for the Bobcats is number 8, Carmen James, and number 33, Rose Bone. Willis with it at the top, 6:42 remaining in the first period. Passes the Bone, gives back to Willis. Willis looking around, gets a screen to the right, doesn't take it, drives on Harmon. Passing to the corner to number 12, that was Kale. Kale passes to Bone, back up to number 3, Kale with it now. Kale takes the screen from Bone, drives to the basket, her shot on the way, no good. Briefly fought for and eventually pulled by the Pacers. Parker with it, drives to Simmons. Simmons looking around, gives to Harmon. Harmon's three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound fought for, pulled down low by number 8, James. James passes to Willis quickly, pushing the tempo, driving on Harmon. Her shot blocked, fought for down low under the basket, pulled by Bone. It appears we're going to have a foul called on a reach-in. See what the call is from the official. Foul's going to be called on Destiny Harmon. That is her first. Substitutions coming in for the Pacers now. Number 3, Alyssa Ortiz. Number 13, Jaya Nelson. And number 14, Morgan McDermott now on the floor for the Pacers. Pass into Bone. Gives off to James. James at the free throw line. Gives back to Willis. Takes a step back. Her jump shot good for 2.
That's tough there. That was good defense on that play, but the shot was just a little bit better.
Georgia College off to a hot start here. 9-2 your score early in the first. Parker passes off, giving down low to number 5, Baker. Baker drives in, shot no good, rebounded by Bone for the Bobcats.
That was a tough shot there from Serena Baker. Pacers getting good looks so far. Just haven't quite been able to cash in their opportunities at the rim.
Jump shot from Willis, no good, rebounded by the Pacers, goes to number 5, Baker. Pacers now looking to push the tempo. Pass over to number 13, Nelson. Gives down low to Simmons, passes back up to number 14, Morgan McDermott. McDermott driving around, gets a screen from Simmons, picks up her dribble. Simmons thought about a 3, now drives in. Her shot, count it, and 1.
And I was just going to say, you'd like to see Riley Simmons pull up that jump shot there. She's a good three-point shooter, but she's got a chance to cash in 3 points anyway.
Yeah, thought about a 3 there, drove in, drew the contact, counted, and 1. Mass substitutions now coming in for the Bobcats with number 7, Chandler Davis, number 0, Deshauna Gaither, and number 11, Evie DiPetro on the floor for the Bobcats, and number 12, Paris Webster checks in for the Pacers. Simmons' free throw is good. Your score now 9-5.
So Pacers just got to find a way to string together those good offensive possessions. That was a good job there by Simmons. They just need to find more rhythm. Paris Webster, a good player on the floor now. She's often a spark for him. We'll see if she provides that for him right now.
Georgia College slowing tempo here, finds number 8, James down low. Her post shot no good, rebounded by McDermott. McDermott quickly gets the ball to Webster. Webster looking around, passing over to Baker. Baker looking around, finds Nelson in the corner. Nelson looking around, gives to McDermott. McDermott still at the top, passing over to Webster again. Webster dribbling to her right, looking around, calls for a screen, gets a screen from Baker, drives into the paint. Her shot on the way, too strong off the backboard, rebounded by Gaither for the Bobcats. Gaither quickly passes it up the floor to number 11, DiPietro. Pass was deflected and go out of bounds. It appears it'll be staying with the Bobcats. And that'll take us to our first full media timeout of the period. 4 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. Georgia College on top, 9-5. We'll take a quick break and bring you back in 60 seconds. Welcome back to the Convocation Center. 4 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the first period. Georgia College on top of USC Aiken 9-5. USC Aiken off to a slow start offensively, but getting a couple key possessions here to move forward.
Getting some good looks, but right now just having trouble finding the bottom of the basket. It's just been a tough go offensively for them right now. They've done some good things defensively. Bobcats doing a good job of finishing through some tough defense, like Serena Baker there putting up good defense there. Jaya Nelson.
Ball fought for down low. Contact, but no foul. Jump ball be in possession of the Pacers.
And that's another good defensive possession there, especially from Jaya Nelson. I want to give her credit really quickly. There before the break, the Bobcats had an easy bucket in transition, but she did a good job of getting down to the basket to disrupt the shot and force the Bobcats to almost turn it over, but allowed the defense for the Pacers to get down and get set.
Webster gives off to Nelson. Bobcats come out in full court man defense here. As a foul will be called down low on a reach-in. Appears to be on number 8. Number 8, Carmen James, will pick up the foul for the Bobcats. The substitution coming in now for James is number 4, Jada Warren.
Chance here for the Pacers to cut this to a one-possession game.
McDermott passes into Webster as Webster loses where she is on the court, steps out of bounds, ball right back to the Bobcats. Tough break.
Just the kind of mental lapse you don't want to see right there for the Pacers. If you're struggling to score the ball, you can't limit your opportunities by making sloppy turnovers like that.
And sloppy turnover indeed for the Pacers. Bobcats now in possession. Davis with it. Webster on her. Passing off to number 0, Gaither. Number 11, DePietro's jump shot no good. Rebounded by McDermott, looking for an outlet pass. Now finds Webster. Good double team there by the Bobcats. Webster pushing the tempo now. Passes off to Nelson. Nelson looking to get it down low. Finds Baker. Turns. Shot on the way is good for 2.
Finishing through contact there with Serena Baker. Probably could have gotten a and one there, but no call on the contact. But a good job by Baker to finish through the tough defense.
Bobcats with it now. Gaither driving in, gets a screen from Warren, takes a step back, drives on Nelson, gets to the basket and puts it in.
Pacers want to run here, get a little bit of a transition opportunity, but they slow the pace down now.
Nelson with it in the corner, defensively DePietro on her. Pass is deflected, it'll go out of bounds, will stay with the Pacers. Mass substitutions now for the Pacers. Number 4, Rianne Zauer checking in. Number 2, Kendall Parker. And number 10, Maui Burns now on the floor for the Pacers. Burns will take it in now on the baseline, looking around, finds Webster in the corner. And she steps out of bounds again, right in the same spot. Ball back to the Bobcats.
Defense kind of forced her that direction a little bit. I think that's the beef there with head coach Mark Miller. I think he wanted a foul call, but it's out of bounds instead.
Substitutions coming on the floor now for the Bobcats. Hannah Kale and Aisha Willis back on the floor. Kale with it up top now, looking around, finds Willis. Willis picks up a dribble, finds number 24, Parker. Parker's three-pointer on the way, good.
Big shot there, just not a very good closeout on that three-point opportunity. Was a little bit too open for that one. She's going to finish that one more often than not.
Webster with it now. Gives to Parker. Parker's jump shot on the way, no good. Contact down low, looks to be off the ball. We'll see who the foul's on. Number 24, Miracle Parker will pick up the foul there. Substituting in now is number 33, Rose Bone. Pacers with it now on the baseline again. Parker passes it in. Webster up top Parker gets a screen. Her three-pointer on the way. Off the backboard and no good. Another foul called on the floor, and we'll see who that contact's on. Warren will be called for a hold down low, and the Pacers. Well, my apologies. It was actually a shooting foul, so Zauer go to the line for 2.
So they'll be in the bonus now. I think that's what the issue is here.
Okay, my apologies. Again.
It's the new year.
Zauer's first shot no good. 14-7 still your score. Bobcats on top of the Pacers. Zauer's second rattles around, no good. Rebounded goes to Gaither for the Bobcats. with Willis bringing up the floor now. Driving back to Gaither, gives it off to 3 Kale. Kale gets a screen, drives in. Her shot no good and rebounded down low by Zauer for the Pacers. Quickly giving it off to Webster. Webster running the floor now. Stops at the free throw line, gets the ball down low to number 5 for the Pacers. Baker puts it in for 2.
Another good post move there by Baker. And create that little bit of separation and get the finish. Great job there by Serena Baker.
Great pass from Webster to bring it in. Bringing the ball up with some tempo there. Kale up top now, drives to the free throw line, backs in on Parker. Now gives the ball back off to Willis. Willis drives in. Webster right on her defensively. Passing it down low to James. James gives back to Willis now. Willis takes the screen from James. Jump shot on the way. No good. Rebounded by Bone. As she throws the ball off a Pacer defender, I believe it went off of Baker, and the Bobcats will take it on the baseline. Shot clock at 3 here.
That was a nice heads-up play there by the Bobcats to get that out of bounds off of the Pacers. It was a close play down there. So good job by them to keep it in their possession.
Willis on the inbound, stolen by Zauer. Gives off to Webster now. Webster with it, gives to Zauer again. Thought about a 3, gives down low to Baker. Beautiful move by Zauer, counted and 1.
Beautiful backdoor cut there by Zauer to get to the rim, but a great job by Baker to get the pass back across her body to Zauer as she was cutting in, and a great job drawing the contact and finishing through it.
That was on number 33, Rose Bone. That's her first. Subbing in for Bone is number 24, Miracle Parker. Also on the floor now for the Bobcats is number 12, Nyla Nuri. Zauer at the line. 1 shot. Ball fought for and pulled by Willis for the Bobcats. 1 minute remaining in the first period here, 14-11 your score. Willis gives to Kale, passing over to Parker. Parker looking around, pass to James, back to Willis. Willis gets a screen, jump shot on the way and good.
Unfortunately there for the Pacers. Zauer, not a great free throw shooter, but better than she's shown today. 67% on the season coming into today. She's 0 for 3 right now today.
Burns within the corner, pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Pacers. 35 seconds in the period, shot clock at 19. Burns set to inbound, gives to Zauer, gives right back to Burns. Burns thought about a 3, picks up her dribble, pass away from the intended target, but pulled by Webster. Webster now calls for a screen, gets it from Baker. Webster still with it just outside the free throw line, passes to Zauer. Her shot good from the block.
Zauer's starting to wake up a little bit offensively. That's what the Pacers need. She's been doing a great job defensively, but they're going to need her scoring here in this game.
12 seconds remain, shot clock is off. Willis with it at the top for the Bobcats, gives to Kale. Kale, no hesitation, jump shot on the way, good.
Tough shot there, hand in her face, but still managed to get the finish.
Good if it goes, off the rim from Webster. And that's the way the first quarter ends, 18-13, Georgia College on top. We'll take a quick break and bring you back for the start of the second period. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Start of the second period here at the Convocation Center. Georgia College on top of USCA, 18-13. Jordan, slow start for the Pacers offensively, but really started getting it going here at the end of the period.
Yeah, got off to a much better finish than they did a start. 2 big numbers for the Pacers right now. 0 for 3 from 5, 0 for 3 from 3, and 1 for 5 from the free throw line. They're going to have to clean those 2 things up if they want to get back in, well, not get back into, but if they want to have a chance to win this one here.
Rebound pulled by Webster. She brings it up the court, gives off to Zauer. Zauer looking around at the free throw line, now gives to Harmon. Harmon dribbling up, gives back to Webster. Webster pass down low to Zauer at the free throw line, looking around, gives off to Parker. And the shot from Parker, good for two.
That's a big-time shot there from Parker, and the Pacers getting outscored by opponents 206 to 138 in the second quarter. This is typically where games start to get away from them a little bit, so they're going to have to do a lot better job than they did offensively in the first quarter if they want to stay connected in this one. This is a key quarter for the Pacers right now.
Parker gives to Willis. Willis's jump shot on the way, no good. Rebound down low, goes out of bounds. No signal of who touched it last. Looks like it'll stay with the Bobcats.
Yeah, I believe they're going to say it went off Zauer.
The shot clock at 20 now. Willis set to inbound. Looking around, gives to DePietro. DePietro picks up her dribble, gives back to number 12, Nuri. Nuri looking around now. Back to Parker. Back now in the hands of Willis. Willis drives to the free throw line. Hesitation, shot on the way, blocked by Zauer. Now in the hands of Webster for the Pacers.
Great defensive rotation there by Zauer to get
Looks
that
around,
block.
three-pointer from Parker is good.
So far, so good. Kendall Parker, a 5-0 run herself as the Pacers tied up here.
18-18 your score now. DePietro with it up top, gives down low to Warren. Warren looking around, finds DePietro again at the top. Harmon with her defensively, gets a screen, drives in, steps back, three-pointer no good, goes out of bounds, ball to the Pacers.
Misses everything, and again, another great defensive possession there from the Pacers. They've done a great job so far defensively. Just haven't quite been able to match that offensively. And so far here in this second quarter, they're doing a great job of that, specifically Kendall Parker.
Number 3, Kale, and number 0, Gaither back on the floor now for the Bobcats. Also for the Pacers is number 10, Molly Burns. Pacers got caught with aggressive defense there by the Bobcats, trying to get the ball to Harmon as it'll go out of bounds, right back now to the Bobcats.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an errant pass there from Parker.
Gaither with it. Harmon almost gets a hand on the ball, but Kale is able to maintain possession. Kale drives in on Harmon now. Her shot from the block, no good. Rebound fought for down low again. Still no signal. And the ball will go to the Pacers.
The Bobcats got away with a little bit of a loose ball foul there after Harmon knocked that ball away. Had her arm pinned a little bit, but no call, but the Pacers get it back anyways.
Bobcats now in full court pressure here. Parker brings it across half court. Drives into the free throw line, looking around, gets it down low. Zauer turns, and a jump ball will be called. Possession to the Pacers. Number 10, Burns, set to take it out on the baseline.
Turnover there for the Pacers. Just mental lapse there. Can't have that.
Had a couple of those so far today. So 18-18 your score. 7 minutes and 25 seconds remaining until halftime. Kale with it up top for the Bobcats. Gives over to Gaither. Back to Kale. Thought about a three. Parker with her defensively. Now driving into the free throw line. Picks up her dribble. Back to Gaither. Gaither driving in. Looking around. Finding Kale again. Shot clock at 10 for the Bobcats. Ball down low to Warren. She'll drive in. And we called for a travel.
So Bobcats with an error to match the Pacers here. The Pacers going to have a chance to take the lead here. It would be their first lead of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Number 14, Morgan McDermott for the Pacers, and number 7, Chandler Davis for the Bobcats now on the floor. Harmon with it now, finds Zauer down low. Zauer drives in, turns, fades away, shot no good, rebounded by Warren for the Bobcats. Davis brings it across half court, drives to the free throw line, looks around still, jump shot is good.
Nice jumper there from the Bobcats. Breaks the tie and gives them a 2-point lead here.
Parker driving in, picks up her dribble, and picked up the pivot foot, be called for a travel. A lot of costly turnovers here early for the Pacers. Give the ball right back to Georgia College.
Yeah, just again, unforced errors from the Pacers costing them right now. They've just got to settle in a little bit, clean things up, and find some offense, consistent offense, to get back into this one.
Kale gives to Gaither. Gaither gets a screen from Parker. Her shot no good. Fought for down low and pulled by Simmons for the Pacers.
Good rebound there from Simmons.
Parker with it again, driving to the free throw line, passing out to McDermott. McDermott looking around, gives to Harmon at the top. Harmon looking around, back to McDermott again. Tries to get the ball down low to Zauer, but a kick ball will keep the ball with the Pacers. Number 8, Cameron James for the Bobcats, and number 12, Paris Webster back on the floor now. Harmon passes in. Ball deflected off the leg of Zauer, but the Pacers able to retain possession here. Webster still with it. Driving in, now looks around. And passes up to Simmons, who gives to McDermott. McDermott, her three-pointer deflected. Ball saved under the basket, but retained by Georgia College. And they'll bring it across half court. A dangerous play there.
Yeah, risky play that the Bobcats really didn't need to make. It was going to go out of bounds and be their ball pretty handily, but
shot no good, rebounded by Harmon, who will pass off to Webster. Gives right back to Harmon. Her no hesitation three on the way, no good. Ball fought for, deflected off of McDermott, but pulled by Kale for the Bobcats.
It's been a struggle behind the three-point line for Harmon so far this season, shooting around 26%, and she's 0 for 3 today.
Ball fought for down low again. In the hands of the Bobcats and be called for a foul. That'll go against Zauer.
That'll be her second. We'll likely see her head to the bench for a little bit.
Full timeout on the floor, 4 minutes and 49 seconds remaining. Tight game here. Georgia College leading 20-18. We'll take a quick break and bring you back in 60 seconds. Welcome back. 4 minutes, 49 seconds remaining until halftime. Georgia College leading 20-18. And that'll send number 8, Carmen James, to the free throw line.
There's been a lot of mental errors for the Pacers here in this second quarter. It came out on fire with 5 straight points from Kendall Parker, but been cold ever since and kind of just turning the ball over on a couple sloppy mistakes.
James's first free throw is good, extends the lead now 21-18. Her second good too, 22-18 now your score. Half-court defense set for the Bobcats as Webster almost loses it out of bounds. As double team picked up by Harmon. Harmon now looking around and gives back to Webster. Webster gives to Baker, passing back to Harmon. Harmon driving in on James. Her shot blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Pacers. Shot clock at 7.
Yeah, it was always a dubious task to get that finish there from Harmon. Just a much bigger player playing defense on her on that one.
Pass into Webster, gives back to Harmon again. Harmon gets a screen. Her jump shot is no good. Blocked there by number 24, Parker, for the Bobcats. Shot clock violation and another turnover for the Pacers.
Back-to-back blocks there. by the Bobcats. Good defense, preventing the Pacers from getting anything going offensively on that possession.
Davis with it at the top now, looking around. Passes to Gaither, gives to Parker, back to Kale now. Kale gets a screen from James, thought about a three. Bobcats moving it around now. Gaither drives the baseline, shot no good, but a foul will be called, taking her to the line for two. Riley Simmons, number 22 for the Pacers, be called for the foul. That'll be her first. Is her first free throw no good? Second on the way, no good either, but Bobcats able to retain possession on the offensive rebound there by Davis. Now in the hands of Kale, her three-pointer on the way, no good. Ball loose down low. McDermott saves it right back to the Bobcats. Ball still fought for down low. Parker for the Bobcats, her shot on the way, no good. Contact down low, a blocking foul. Ball goes to the Pacers.
Yeah, good defense there by McDermott down low. Had a couple of chances there. Tried to, as you mentioned, tried to get it out of bounds off the Bobcats. Just threw it right to the opposing player, but able to finally corral the rebound and get possession here. Pacers desperately need some points here. It's just been too long without a basket for them. Got to see something go through the rim. Get a little bit of confidence going here.
Number 4, Jada Warren, and number 33, Rose Bone, now on the floor for the Bobcats. 3 minutes and 33 seconds remaining. 22-18, Georgia College leads. Baker drives in, picks up her dribble, passes out to McDermott. McDermott looking around, loses the ball, stolen by Gaither. A one-on-one break. Gaither takes it to the basket. Shot no good, but rebounded down low by number 7 for the Bobcats. That's Davis. Ball fought for again out of bounds, going off a Pacer, and it'll stay with Georgia College.
And again, good defense in transition there from Morgan McDermott. It could have been an easy 2 for the Bobcats, but she did a good job following the ball after she got her dribble stolen.
Number 11, DePietro on the floor for the Bobcats. She'll pass in to Bone. Bone will give to number 7, Davis. Davis on Webster. Loses her footing. And we call for a travel.
Something to monitor here for the Pacers. Rhiannon Zauer came off with 2 fouls earlier on in the quarter, and she's currently been at the trainer's table for a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on there, but that'll be something to watch out for as this game goes on.
Zauer, big part of the Pacers' offensive attack. We have a foul called on the floor. Looks like for a hold. And number 4, Warren's going to be called for a foul there. Bring back number 8, Cameron James, to the floor. That's Warren's 3rd foul here in the first half. Harmon, the inbounder now for the Pacers, looking around, passes up to Webster at the top. Shot clock at 20. Webster driving left. Gets a screen, drives the other way, picks up a dribble, now in the hands of Baker. Baker driving in, shot blocked by James. Stays with the Pacers now, shot clock at 10.
A tough shot there. Baker was able to get around her man, but got blocked from behind on the layup attempt.
McDermott, the inbounder, finds Webster. Webster almost loses it out of bounds, was able to hold on. Gives to Harmon now, looking around. Getting to pass across the court to McDermott. Her three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebounded there for the Pacers by Simmons. Her shot on the way, no good again. Still loose, goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Pacers. Big break there for the Pacers offensively.
Yeah, huge break there. A couple of good looks there from the Pacers. I like the shot. They just weren't quite able to finish the attempts there.
Harmon inbounds to Simmons, gives to Webster. Webster loses it out of bounds. Another turnover here by USC Aiken.
Just another costly turnover here for USC Aiken. They've been haunting the Pacers all day and just continues to be a thorn in their side.
Number 2, Willis now back on the floor for the Bobcats. Has it up top, gives off to Kale. Kick is to Willis. Now DePietro's three-pointer on the way, no good. Foul is called. It appears to be a hold down low. The ball back with the Pacers.
That's going to go against simply Cameron James. Yep, there it is.
That's her second. So Bobcats post players finding themselves in foul trouble here as a substitution coming in for the Pacers. Number 2, Kendall Parker, back on the floor for Destiny Harmon.
So it's been a slow offensive half for both teams. Only 9 total points been scored, 5 for the Pacers, 4 for the Bobcats. So again, the Pacers have had opportunities here. They just haven't been able to quite cash one in. They're going to need to. That's an offensive foul.
Looks like a moving screen off the ball there. Pacers really struggling to find anything on the offensive side, as you've said, but defensively they've been playing pretty well.
You know, and as we mentioned, the second quarter is usually where the Pacers kind of lose things a little bit, but you know, and offensively they sort of have, but they've done such a good job on the defensive end, preventing any runs from the Bobcats, that they've been able to stay connected here.
Number 23, Sammy Badanaro, and number 20, Gracie Hufford now on the floor for the Pacers. Right under the 2-minute warning, 1 minute and 55 seconds remaining. Willis drives in on Hufford. Hufford gets a hand on it, shot no good, but Bone there for the offensive rebound. Three-pointer from DePietro on the way and good for 3.
And Hufford has done good things when she's been in the games there. Again, 6'3", she's going to cause problems down low, but the Pacers just unable to corral a rebound. That leads to the three-point second chance opportunity.
Webster with it now. Passes to Baker. Baker gives to Webster again. Looking around, passing off to Badanaro. Badanaro gives back to Webster in the corner. Gets a screen from Hufford. Webster driving in. Her shot on the way. Step in front of the three-point line, but a good jump shot for 2.
And that's the kind of shot the Pacers need to see there. Finally, another player getting some points in this half, in this quarter, apart from Kendall Parker.
Willis with it now, gives to DePietro. She'll be called for a travel. Pacer basketball.
Another chance here for the Pacers. And they need to see Paris Webster get going a little bit offensively here. She's a spark plug player for them, brings a lot of energy off the bench, and they could really use her to get going right now.
Number 12, Nyla Nuri, back on the floor now for the Bobcats. Webster looking around, gives to Baker, passing over to Parker. Parker within the corner, looking around, back to Webster again, gets a screen from Hufford, stops, jump shot on the way, no good. Ball still being fought for, goes off a shoe. It'll go to the Bobcats. .45 seconds remaining now. Willis with it for the Bobcats. Slows the tempo, stopping just past half court now. Calls a play from the top. Gives to Bone, passing over to Kale. Kale gets a screen from James, looking around. Now passing to Willis. Bobcats move it around. Three-pointer from the corner there by number 12, Nuri, no good, but a second chance point from Kale, good for 2. Shot clock is off now. Game clock at 15 and counting. Webster with it. Screen from Hufford, drives into a triple team. Would be called for a foul, going to the line for 2.
A good drive there by Webster to draw the contact, and just need to see a clean trip to the line here. The Pacers done all right at the free throw line as a team, coming into today shooting 66% as a team.
Foul is on number 33, Rose Bone. Will send Paris Webster to the line for 2.
Webster 69% on the season individually.
Webster's first free throw is good. And her second is good as well. 27-22 now your score. Shot clock at 10. Jaya Nelson checking in for the Pacers. Pacers come out here in full court defense on Willis. Willis with Webster on her defensively. Gets to the free throw line, drives in, and her shot is good for 2. Shot clock at 1. Park and the Pacers will not get a shot off, and that is how the quarter ends. We're at halftime. Your score, Georgia College 29, USC Aiken 22. We'll take a break and bring you back in 15 minutes for the start of the third period.
Hey there, sports fans. Ready to unlock incredible hotel deals? Get a free membership and save up to 50%. Stay grand. Spend less. The simplest site, the best unpublished hotel deals. peachbelttravel.com
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the start of the third period here at the Convocation Center. Georgia College on top of USC Aiken here, 29-22. Reeves Altman on the call alongside Jordan Phillips. Jordan, what have you seen from the first half? What are you looking for in the second half?
Looking for the Pacers to clean things up a little bit. 11 turnovers in that first half. Just weren't able to get any sort of consistent rhythm offensively going on because they just weren't getting enough shots off. They were turning the ball over too much, to 11 to Georgia College's 5. 6 assists for the Pacers. So anytime you got more turnovers than you got assists, you know you're having a bad day offensively. So the Pacers just need to clean things up. They had a great half defensively, just need to get things a little bit more efficient offensively as Rhiannon Zauer gets a big block there on defense.
And I was about to mention a good sign for the Pacers is Rhiannon Zauer back on the floor. She went out early in the second period. We didn't see her for the rest of the period.
Yeah, dealt with some foul trouble, also made an appearance over there on the trainer's table, but she seems to be okay. She's back out there, and Pacers are going to need her on both ends of the floor.
Harmon pulls a rebound. Kale's shot no good. Georgia College did get the ball to start the second half as we said it, another turnover, a costly turnover for the Pacers. Make that 12 on the game.
Yeah, 12 turnovers here for the Pacers so far. And we were discussing this in the first half. The second quarter is usually where the Pacers, kind of let things get away from them a little bit. Getting outscored pretty big there coming into today, but they did a good job in the second quarter keeping the Bobcats connected. They've got a chance here in this third quarter. They're a better second half team, so need to see something from them here as Riley Simmons comes away.
Parker's three-pointer no good. Simmons, good box out there as it was off the back iron. Give the ball back to the Pacers now. Parker with it at the top, looking around. Bardonaro open on the three-point line. Her shot on the way, no good. Rebound fought for down low, but pulled by Bardonaro. Good job following her own shot there. She'll give to Parker. Parker gets to the free throw line, takes a step back. Jump shot on the way, no good. Rebounded by Warren for the Bobcats.
Yeah, a couple of clean looks there for the Pacers. Just can't get anything to fall. Poked away by Harmon.
Good defense there by Harmon, getting a hand on the ball. Clean break for the Pacers. Parker's shot is good for 2.
Kendall Parker accounted for 5 of the Pacers' 9 points in the second quarter, and she gets them on the board here in the third as well.
Great defense there by Harmon to have no contact on the deflection. As Bobcats go back to work on the drive, Kale's going to draw contact and go to the line for 2. Kendall Parker called for the foul for the Pacers. Paris Webster now checking in for Destiny Harmon. Kale at the line for 2. Her first on the way is good. Makes the lead 30-24. Kale's second no good. Rebounded down low by Bardonaro. She passes off to Webster. Webster, as you said earlier in the broadcast, Jordan, very quiet offensively for the Pacers.
Yeah, she's kind of that spark plug player for the Pacers. She comes in, gives them a boost of energy off the bench.
Bardonaro's 3 no good. Rebounded by the Bobcats, now in the hands of Willis. Willis looking around, steps back against Webster, drives down low. And DePietro wide open in the corner, shot no good, but fought for down low and pulled by Warren. Another offensive possession for the Bobcats. DePietro's 3 on the way again, no good, pulled by Sammy Bardonaro.
And more good defense from the Pacers there, able to get the defensive rebound. They just need to get some consistency going offensively.
Dangerous pass down low. Simmons able to hold on and put it in for 2.
Good finish there from Simmons. She's another player the Pacers need to get going offensively. She's got 5 points. Need to get that total up a little bit.
Bobcats slowing the tempo here now. Willis with it at the top, looking around, finds Warren. Passing back to Parker. Parker looking around. Gives to Willis again. Bardonaro fights through a screen from Warren. Shot on the way, no good. Rebounded on the backside. Fought for, goes out of bounds, but it'll go to the Pacers off of Warren. Nuri subs in for the Bobcats in substitution to DePietro. Bardonaro inbounds to Webster. Bobcats now in a full court man defense. Webster with a defender all the way up the floor. That is Nuri on Webster. Bardonaro has it in the corner. Zauer wide open down low for 2.
Great off-ball movement there by Rhiannon Zauer. Caught the defense sleeping, and an easy 2 for the Pacers to cut this lead to 2. Willis
got a screen, backed out of it, now drives on Bardonaro, has a step to the baseline. Shot no good as she'll go to the line for 2.
Now Well defended there, but just a little bit too much shoulder on that defensive effort there from Bardonaro.
It's Bardonnaro's second foul on the afternoon. We'll send Willis to the line, as her first is no good.
So good foul there from Bardonaro.
And her second is good. So 1 for 1 from the line, 31-28 now your score. More full-court defense from the Bobcats here as Bardonaro inbounds to Webster. Webster gives to Zauer. Zauer looking around at the free throw line. Finds Parker. Parker, no hesitation. Three-pointer on the way. No good contact. Bardonaro pulls the offensive rebound, takes it out to the three-point line. Now gives back to Webster. Webster on a give and go with Bardonaro. Finds Zauer. Zauer looking around, drives in, turns, shot on the way is good for two.
And a tie, or so 1 point game now for the Pacers. Great job there by Zauer to finish over the defender and cut the lead to 1.
Nuri gives to Kale. Kale at the top finds Warren at the top of the key. Warren looking around, gives back to Kale, sets a screen on Parker. Kale steps back, three-pointer, no good. Webster in good position, but the rebound was pulled over her. Now Zauer with it, contact and a jump ball. The ball will go to the Pacers.
A nice job there, rebounding by Zauer. Came down strong with it, and all the Bobcats had a chance to do was get that jump ball, but it stays with the Pacers.
Number 7, Chandler Davis checks into the game for the Bobcats. For Willis, no substitutions for the Pacers. Bardonaro on the baseline, inbounds to Webster. 5 minutes and 44 seconds remaining here in the third period. 31-30, Georgia College on top. Bardonaro gives right back to Webster. Webster has a step, takes it to the basket for two.
Great job there from Webster. Tight defense. They were draped all over her, but it didn't matter. She finished and gives the Pacers their first lead of the ball game.
Georgia College back with it again. Kale at the top, drives on Bardonaro, picks up her dribble, finds Parker. Getting the ball down low to Warren. Warren drives in on Zauer. Her shot no good. Ball fought for down low again, and it'll go to USC Aiken.
And speaking to the defensive effort of the Pacers so far, 2 points in this half so far for the Bobcats, both of them coming from the free throw line. 0 field goals made from the Bobcats so far here in this third quarter.
Number 33, Rose Bone, back on the floor now for the Bobcats. Webster brings it across half court now. Has a step, briefly lost the ball, but able to retain possession. Simmons with it up top, gives back to Webster. Shot clock at 15. Parker cuts to the corner, looking to get the ball down low, driving in, picks up her dribble. Her shot on the way, no good. Rebounded down low by Warren. Might have got away with a travel there as well.
Yeah, I believe she did. A little bit, a lot of movement there from Parker.
It's a good drive, goes out of bounds there. Shot from Davis just off the front rim. And a full media timeout, and the Pacers now take the lead 32-31. We'll take a 60-second break and bring you back for the remainder of the third period. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Georgia College in possession now. Davis with it at the top. Webster on her defensively. Gets a screen from Warren. Jump shot no good. Pulled by Warren down low. Going up strong. We're going to have a jump ball called, no foul. It'll stay with the Bobcats. Good defense down low by the Pacers there from Baker. There might be some confusion here, and it's a jump ball and what possession it is. It'll stay with Georgia College. Some confusion there from the scoring table, but we return to action. Bone takes the inbound, gives to Warren at the free throw line. Looking for a backdoor cut, gives to DePietro. Her shot on the way over Bardonaro is good.
Tough shot there from DePietro. That first made field goal for the Bobcats this quarter gives the Bobcats the lead back.
Webster gives off to Simmons. Simmons looking around. Wide open is Baker down low, but she can't finish. Rebound goes to Warren and the Bobcats. Now Davis running with the ball. Looking around, driving. Euro step on the way, good for two.
That's a bummer there for the Pacers. Baker was wide open under the basket. Just couldn't finish the easy lay. And now it's a three-point lead for the Bobcats.
Bardonaro now with it, looking around now. Gives the ball to Webster. Substitutions checking in close for the Pacers here. Webster gives to Simmons at the top. Simmons thought about a three, looking around now, gives down low to Baker. Baker drives in, her shot no good. Good defense there from Warren as she pulls the rebound. Gives off to Davis, and the Bobcats will bring it up the floor.
Again, it's a shot I'd like to see Riley Simmons take there. Had a little bit of space, not a lot, but enough to get that shot off. Shooting over 40% from the three-point line this season. And
a good hesitation move there from Davis, able to get separation and take it to the basket for a clean two. There's a timeout will be called here for the Pacers. 3 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. 37-32 your score. We'll take a break and bring you back. And it's a full media timeout, so we'll bring you back in 60 seconds. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 37-32, Georgia College on top here. Substitutions coming in. First for the Bobcats is number 8, Cameron James. And for the Pacers, number 0, Destiny Harmon. And number 4, Brianne Zauer back on the floor here. Webster brings it across half court for the Pacers. She passes to Bardonaro. Bardonaro looking around, finds Zauer, who gives right back to Bardonaro. Driving in on DePietro, who gives to Webster. Webster thought about driving him, takes a step back, almost gave off to Harmon, still in possession here. Shot clock at 9. Webster takes a screen from Zauer, steps in front of the three-point line, and a jump shot good for 2.
Nice long two there from Paris Webster. Not the most efficient shot in the world, but she'll take 2 points and breaks up a 6-0 run for the Bobcats.
Davis now with it, gets a screen from James, takes it to the basket. Zauer with the rejection.
Zauer doing such a good job protecting the rim today. She's been a wall down low. I believe that's her 3rd or 4th block on the day. She's been great defensively for the Pacers.
DePietro takes it in, or brings it in now, gives to Davis. Shot clock at 15 for the Bobcats, gives back to DePietro now. Looking around. Find number 0, Gaither, giving back to DePietro. She drives in on Zauer, and it's good for 2. Beautiful post play.
Yeah, great play there from DePietro. She's this team's leading scorer for a reason. You saw it right there. No fear driving in on Zauer, who has 5 blocks on the day.
Harmon gives to Bardonaro down low. Her shot no good, but a foul send her to the free throw line. Great off-the-ball movement there from Bardonaro to get her down low in position, and it'll send her to the free throw line.
Bardonaro shooting just her 13th and 14th free throws on the season. Doesn't go to the line very often.
As her first shot is good. And her second on the way. 2-for-2 trip to the line for Bardonaro. Makes it a three-point game, 39-36. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the third period. Davis has it at the top, gets a screen from James. Drove in, briefly lost her dribble. Paris Webster picks her up defensively. Kale in the corner, three-pointer no good. Rebound by Webster.
Great contest there by Harmon to get a hand in front of that shot, make it just a little bit more difficult.
Webster looking around now with Kale defensively, gives to Bardonaro, gets a screen from Zauer. Bardonaro steps back, picks up her dribble, finds Zauer down low again. She turns, her jump shot from the free throw line, no good. Rebounded by James, quickly moving it up to Davis. Davis has it now, drives on Harmon, shot on the way, no good, just out of the reach of Zauer. Almost had a chance for another block as a full court pass up to Baker is good for two.
Great pass, and good job by Baker to leak through and get that transition opportunity. It was tight defense, well defended by the Bobcats, but a good finish from Baker cuts it to one.
Davis slowing the tempo at the top, gets a screen from James, looking around now. Webster fights through it. Davis still with it at the top, gets a screen now from Parker, kicks to the corner with Gaither, three-pointer on the way, good. And the timeout called on the floor.
A big shot there from the Bobcats, just a bummer. It was a well-defended possession, but just an open corner three after a long time of the ball bouncing around.
30-second timeout on the floor here, 55 seconds remaining in the third period. 42-38, Georgia College on top. Much like we saw in the first period, USCA getting off to a slow start offensively, but the defense, they were able to pick it up offensively and defensively here coming down the stretch.
Yeah, and again, this Pacer team just needs to stay connected. The fourth quarter is when they usually play their best basketball. So you get to this fourth quarter with this lead close like it is right now, and you feel good about your chances here. But they've done a good job. The main thing that they've done this half that they did not do in the first half, they've taken care of the basketball. 11 turnovers in the first half, just one so far here in the third quarter. They need to keep that trend going if they want to win this basketball game.
And much to the credit of the Pacers, that turnover was early in the period.
It was, yes.
One of their first possessions.
It was, and one that you could let spiral out of control, but they did not, and they're doing a much better job taking care of the basketball so far.
Full court defense again here from the Bobcats. Webster picked up immediately there by Willis, who gives to Baker. Baker looking around, dribbles out to the three-point line, looking for a backdoor cut from Bardonaro. Wasn't there, gives to Harmon, passing back up to Webster. Shot clock at 10. Webster looking to get down low, but Warren coming out of nowhere to deflect the pass, trying to get it down low to Zauer. Gives the ball now in the hands of Kale. Drives on Bardonaro. Shot no good. Warren there again for a rebound for the Bobcats. Shot clock and game clock simultaneously almost as Webster kicks to the corner. Parker's three-pointer on the way. Good. Back-to-back threes for the Bobcats. Extend their lead now to 7, 45-38. Shot clock is off, down to 6 now. Webster drives in on Willis. Stops. Her shot deflected and it'll go out of bounds. Game clock at 2.4. Pacers going to look for one.
That's another tough possession there from the Pacers. Well defended. They played good defense, got the miss, and just a long rebound leads to an open three. Just a tough break for the Pacers.
Bardonaro looking around, finds Zauer down low. She shoots. No good off the back iron, and that's how the third quarter will end. 45-38, Georgia College on top. We'll take a quick break and bring you back for the start of the fourth period. Welcome back. Start of the fourth period here at the Convocation Center. 45-38, Georgia College on top. The USCA will start the fourth with the ball. Sammy Bardonaro inbounds to number 22, Riley Simmons, who will quickly give off to Webster. Webster finds Simmons in the corner again. Thought about a three. Passes back up to Webster. Webster gives to Bardonaro. Runs right into Gaither. Good defense by the Bobcats. Fighting through a screen from Zauer. Zauer with the ball now driving in. Picks up her dribble, kicks back out to Webster. Her three-pointer on the way. No good. It'll go out of bounds, going to Georgia College.
And the Bobcats doing a good job stifling that first possession from the Pacers there. Again, just not able to get any clean looks there. Zauer had it in the area she typically likes to go to work in, but just great defense from the Bobcats, preventing any easy looks.
Kale with it at the top, gets a screen from Warren. Shot off the screen, no good. Warren has been a key part of the offensive and defensive attack for the Bobcats here, extending so many possessions and also playing great defense as well. She's been a key part of their attack today.
And a big break from the Pacers there. She got the offensive rebound, but traveled on the way to the floor.
Webster with it now. Finds Parker in the corner. Willis with her defensively. Zauer running the baseline, gets down low, drives in. Her fadeaway off the glass, good for two. Good move from Zauer.
A little fadeaway jumper using the glass to finish there from Zauer. Great offense there. Need to stop here on defense.
Willis with it at the top, gets a screen from Warren, driving in. Her shot from the free throw line, good for two.
She's been money from that spot today. Pacers going to have to figure out a solution to that one.
Willis with 9 points on the afternoon for the Bobcats. Webster gives to Parker. Parker looking around. The stoppage in play. Here's going to be a foul. I'm not sure who on. Warren's going to be called for a push. That'll be Warren's third. Cameron James now checking in for the Bobcats. Simmons takes the inbound pass, gives to Webster. Webster looking around, finds Bardonaro. She drives in on Kale as the ball goes off of Kale, out of bounds, staying with the Pacers. Shot clock at 14.
Yeah, Bardonaro a little loose with her dribble there. Got lucky that it went out off of Kale and it wasn't taken away.
Bardonaro, the inbounder now for the Pacers. Webster gives it down low to Zauer. Zauer turns, her shot no good. Rebound fought for down low by Bardonaro. Tries to save it before going out of bounds, right into the hands of Kale for the Bobcats. Now Kale runs the floor, takes it herself for two.
Just a good bounce there. Unfortunate for the Pacers there. It was well defended. Just kind of one of those shots that rolls the right way for the other team. The Pacers just haven't seemed to have been the beneficiaries of those kind of rolls today.
Great job by Kale to run the floor there. Now in the hands of Bardonaro. Bardonaro backing in on Kale and dribbles into a jump ball. It'll go to the Bobcats.
It's another tough defensive possession there for the Bobcats. Forces the easy turnover for Georgia College.
And quickly now the lead grows to 9, 49-40. Bobcats on top, looking to bleed the clock as much as they can here. James with it down low, looking around, finds Kale. Kale takes a step back, gives to Willis at the top. Thought about a three. Now dribbles right, dribbles on Parker, takes a step back. Her jump shot is good, and it's an 11-point lead now for Georgia College.
Another little elbow jumper there from Parker, and it gives the Bobcats a double-digit lead. The Pacers led by one back in the third quarter, but it's been all Bobcats ever since that moment.
Bardonaro with it. Her three-pointer on the way. No good. Rims out. Pulled by James down low.
Pacers 1 for 11 from three-point range today.
Foul going to be called there on the drive on Willis. Going to take it on the baseline as three substitutions for either team now preparing to check in. Number 0, Destiny Harmon. Number 13, Jaya Nelson. Haven't seen much of her today. And then number 5, Serena Baker on the floor now for the Pacers. For the Bobcats, number 7, Chandler Davis. Number 33, Rose Bone. And number 12, Nyla Nuri back on the floor. Or excuse me, number 11, DePietro checks in. Bone with it now at the top, looking around, gets it down low to James. James backs in on Baker, and her shot is good. 53-40 now your score.
Tough defense there from the Pacers, but it did not matter. Easy finish and a 13-point lead. It's starting to look a little daunting for the Pacers. They got to get going offensively quick.
Simmons' three-pointer on the way is good. Only the second three-pointer, as you said, for the Pacers there this afternoon.
And Simmons, that's the first one that she's actually shot. She's used that pump fake a lot, but again, 43% on the season behind the line. You'd like to see her take a few more of those, and it ends with a good possession there for the Pacers.
Now Davis with it, gets a screen from James, drives in. Shot no good, a foul called. She'll go to the line for two. Baker called for the foul.
Just a little out of position there, moving her feet on that screen.
Chandler Davis now at the line for the Bobcats. Her first free throw no good. Lead still at 10, 53-43. Second free throw on the way. Rattles around and falls. 1 for 1 at the line. 54-43 now your score. As Paris Webster brings it up for the Pacers, looking around. Finds Simmons at the three-point line, looking around. Gets down low to Baker. Baker turns. Her shot blocked by Cameron James. Now back in the hands of Davis. Davis driving in on Webster. Her shot on the way, a Euro step. Tripped up as she'll go to the line for two. Foul on Webster.
Great defense leads to offense there for the Bobcats.
Rian Zauer back on the floor now for the Pacers, subbing in for Baker. Sends Davis back to the free throw line. It's her first shot from the line, no good. Second is good now, 55-43 your score. Webster now with it, drives in on Nuri, floater on the way, no good, and the foul will be called, sending Webster to the line. Foul called on number 33, that's Rose Bone. Webster's first free throw travels around the rim and falls.
I always said the Pacers hadn't been the beneficiary of that kind of roll today. Well, there was their first one.
Second from Webster on the way. No good. Rebounded by Bone down low. Ball back in the hands now of Davis. Webster on her defensively. Davis driving in, has a step. Down low, stolen there by Jaya Nelson, right in the passing lane. 2-on-2 break for the Pacers. Webster picks up a dribble, finds Zauer down low. Zauer turns, looks, has nowhere to go. He called a jump ball. Ball stays with the Pacers here. Dangerous move by Zauer, got double teamed right on the baseline. Able to get out of that. To Harmon now, inbounding for the Pacers. Passes to Zauer, gives right back to Harmon. Harmon drives in. Her shot on the way, deflected. Good defense by Nuri as she's able to pass out to Davis now.
Tough day of the offense offensively for Destiny Harmon. 0 for 6 today, including 0 for 3 from downtown.
Davis with it. Her shot on the way. Gets a screen from James. No good. Ball deflected. Pulled by Zauer. Quickly getting it out now to Webster. Webster looking to run the floor. Gets a step on Nuri. Her shot no good. Might have been deflected as DePietro pulls it out for the Bobcats. Under 5 minutes now, 4 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the contest. Georgia College leads by 11, 55-44. Davis up top now has a step on Webster. Her jump shot on the way, no good. Webster pulls the rebound. Webster finds Harmon. Harmon looking around, across the court, pass to Nelson. Her shot rattles around, no good. Pacers retain possession, though. Simmons able to pull it back in the hands now of Webster. Pacers having trouble finding the bottom of the basket again as Nelson finds Zauer down low. Zauer turns, drives. Shot deflected And a foul is called, sending Zauer to the line for 2. Cameron James going to be called for the foul there as we have a full media timeout coming. 4 minutes and 16 seconds remaining, 55-44. Georgia College on top. We'll take a 60-second break and bring you back for Zauer's free throws after the full media timeout. Welcome back. Rian Zauer now at the free throw line for the Pacers. It rattles around and is no good. Zauer's second on the way is good, and it's a 10-point lead now, 55-45. Pacers now come out in full court pressure for the first time this afternoon. Willis backed into a double team, and a travel is going to be called. Pacer basketball.
Great pressure there from the Pacer defense to force that turnover. First time we've seen them kind of apply that much pressure, especially on that on a full court possession from the Bobcats.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see that more going down the period here. Zauer has it in the corner looking around. Gives to Harmon. Harmon driving in. Her shot blocked from behind. A foul's called, sending her to the line for 2.
And a big play there from Harmon. It'd be good for her to get a chance to see something go through the rim. It's been a tough day for her offensively. A chance to add her first points of the day.
Harmon's first free throw is good.
Cuts the lead to single digits here with 4 minutes left.
Her second, no good. Pulled down low by Warren for the Bobcats. Gets it out quickly now to Willis, bringing it across half court. Willis slowing the tempo here. Bobcats going to burn as much time as they can, passing off to Warren. Warren finds Willis down low, wide open shot, no good. Gets her own rebound and goes up for 2.
A little bit of a frustrating play there. Got to the rim, missed the shot, but nobody was there to get the rebound, and just an easy putback. That gives her 13 on the day.
Parker now with it, giving to Harmon. Harmon looking down low. Zauer fighting in the paint, turns around. Her shot on the way, rims out. Rebounded there by Warren. Pacers running out of time here on the offensive side. Clock down to 3 minutes and 13 seconds.
That was a good look there from Zauer. Just couldn't quite get the finish.
Warren gives to Parker at the top. Finding Willis now. Gets a screen. Her three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebounded on the backside by Harmon. Harmon looking around, quickly getting it up to Nelson. Nelson looking around. Dribbles to the corner, now finds Simmons on the right side. Thought about a three again. Now passes down low to Zauer. Zauer turns. Post move. Fights to the basket. Picks up her dribble. Now finds Parker. Parker shot on the way. No good. Rebounded by Warren.
And again, you wonder if it might be a freshman confidence thing there. But again, Simmons with a chance to fire up a three there. I would have loved to have seen her take that shot. Especially, down 11, your time's running out. You got to score somehow, some way. And three is more than two at this point.
Yep. Kale drives in, shot no good, gets her own rebound. Now kicks to Parker, her three-pointer on the way, no good. Fought for down low again. The ball goes out of bounds, will stay with the Bobcats off Zauer.
Good defensive effort there from the Pacers, just couldn't quite corral the rebound. Zauer fought for it, but going out of bounds, just ran out of real estate.
Number 12, Paris Webster and Sammy Bardenaro, number 23, check into the game for the Pacers in substitution of Parker and Harmon.
And Webster broke up that pass, didn't realize that she had broken up the pass, and it stays with the Bobcats.
DePietro with it up top, gives to Willis. Willis drives in on Webster, and a foul will be called. Contact there on the drive. Bobcats will take it down the baseline now. Shot clock at 22 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the contest. Ball will be taken out on the sideline. Parker, the inbounder now for the Bobcats, passes into Warren. Warren looking around. Now gives to Parker. Almost stolen there by Webster, and a foul will be called. A little too much contact there from Webster.
A little bit too aggressive there from Webster, but I believe that was Nelson there, but a good try to get some momentum going here. Pacers, like you said, running out of time offensively to cut into this deficit.
That foul puts the Bobcats in the bonus as DePietro's first free throw, no good. Clock under 2 minutes now, 1 minute and 55 seconds remaining. As their second is good, 58-46 now your score. Bardenaro passes up to Webster. Simmons with it at the top, looking around. Drives in on Parker, picks up a dribble, passes back out to Webster. Webster drives in on Willis, takes it to the basket, shot no good, and rebounded there by Willis. As the clock continues to roll now, Georgia College in no hurry here to take a shot. Bardenaro now on Willis. Willis drives in, steps back to the three-point line, still looking around. Shot clock runs down to 10. And the foul's called there on Bardenaro. A little too much contact there, defensively sending Willis to the free throw line. As our first free throw is no good. Substitutions now coming in for the Bobcats. Second shot no good, rebounded there by Bardenaro. 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining now. Simmons looking around, finds Nelson in the corner. Zauer called for the offensive foul with the elbow. And the ball back to Georgia College. Substitutions now coming in for the Bobcats. Number 1, Bailey Vick. Number 23, Alexis Figures. And number 15, Amelia Wiley. Full court pressure here from the Pacers. Bone, the inbounder now, looking around. Dribbles into a double team here as a foul will be called on Bardenaro on the reach in.
Yeah, Pacers just doing anything they can to try to create pressure.
Good defense there to dribble into a trap, but as we said, Bardenaro just reached in, got called for the foul, sending Gaither to the free throw line. Morgan McDermott now back on the floor for the Pacers, subbing in for Bardenaro. As her first is good. Second on the way, good as well. 1 minute and 2 seconds, 14-point lead now for the Bobcats, 60-46. Webster now with it, drives in, quickly finds Zauer down low. She goes up, shot no good, rebounded by Bone, and Georgia College will do not much more than just run down the clock as much as they can now. Number 1, Vick brings it across half court. Webster with her passing off to Figures. Figures drives in, Euro step on the way, shot no good, rebounded down low by Simmons, quickly getting it off to Webster. Webster finds Zauer down low. Zauer looks, turns, drives into the paint, turns again. Shot on the way, no good, rattles around, pulled by Bone. Shot clock is off, 25 seconds and counting.
That's going to do it here. The Pacers just went ice cold from on the offensive side of the ball here in this fourth quarter. Scoring just 8 points in the final frame. Just a tough day offensively here for the Pacers.
Gaither passes off to Vic. Game clock 5 seconds and counting. And that'll be it. Your final score here from the Convocation Center. Georgia College 6, USC Aiken 46. With that, Georgia College improves to 8-4 overall and 1-1 in Peach Belt Conference play, 2-1 on the road away from Milledgeville. USC Aiken falls to 3-9, 0-2 in Peach Belt play, and 1-4 here at the Convocation Center. So that'll about do it for our women's game. In about 30 minutes, the USC Aiken men's and Georgia College men's teams will be tipping off here, so do not go anywhere. We will take about a 30-minute break and bring you back. For Jordan Phillips, I'm Reeves Altman. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.